It's here. Let's open it up. We've got a new intake kit for my truck.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me.
So here's everything that comes in the kit. Your instructions, air filter, air box. I got the dry filter. You can get the oiled filter, but I like the dry ones better. Got a replacement intake tube. Got a sticker. Gotta have a sticker. This is where it connects to the throttle body. It's for the filter connection right here. Now this is a plug. This plug goes in the bottom of the air box. You can choose to put it in or leave it out. It's up to you. And then we got clamps and hoses. This is the lid for the air box. So what we're going to be doing is replacing this air box, this intake tube. That's all we're doing. There's a lot of different cold air intake kits out there available on the market. Honestly, I don't care for any of them except for the S&B. And the reason why I like them is because it's a closed box. All the other intake kits out there are just an open, they're just open to the engine compartment. They have like a metal shield around them, and it's supposed to seal to the underside of the hood, but I don't know, I don't buy it. I think it's just gonna be pulling in a lot of hot air from the engine compartment. Also, the other brands, they all claim horsepower and torque gains and fuel economy gains. I'm not buying it. I'm really not. Now, S&B is a little bit different because they talk about how their filter flows higher than the stock filter, but they're not claiming power gains and fuel economy gains. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna see any of that. I think the only thing I'm gonna notice is the engine is going to sound louder, which, I mean, if that's what you're into, go for it. I'm just gonna try it out. I'm gonna drive my normal commute to and from work for a week or two and compare my fuel economy to what I'm getting now. And you guys will see on video if it's better, worse, or the same. So as far as the engine noise is concerned, if you look at the intake on your truck, you'll see the tube and then you'll see like these chambers. I believe, don't quote me on it, but I believe that all these chambers do is cut down engine noise. Look at the tube that came with the S&B. It's just a straight tube. There's no chambers, there's no baffles, there's nothing. For this video, this is not going to be a step-by-step installation process because, well, there's a lot of those videos already out there on YouTube. Besides, I'm installing on a 2018 Silverado with a 6-liter gas engine. You might be installing it on a 6.4-liter Power Stroke. They're going to be different. However, the instructions that they give you are very clear and well put together. It's all color pictures step by step. So if you look inside the instruction manual, they give you color pictures, all the parts and tools that you're going to need to do this. And they give you step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, so on. In total, it's 29 steps. That's not bad. It should probably take maybe an hour. I'll find out, I guess. And here at the front, it tells you the tools required. So I'm going to need 8mm, 10mm, 14mm socket wrench, 1/4 inch socket wrench or flat blade screwdriver, a T15 Torx, which they say is supplied, a Phillips screwdriver, and panel poppers. I don't have panel poppers, but I think I'll get by just fine. Before I start and install this intake, I just want to show you guys what my current fuel economy is. Sitting at 13.5 miles per gallon. All right, I got the intake tube out. Look at this crazy thing. The air goes from here to here, but they've got all this extra crap on it, and this is what's going in its place.
Much more consolidated.
Yes. So earlier I mentioned that this is a plug to go into the airbox. What this does, if you choose to use it, goes inside and blocks this bottom opening in here. Because once this box is inside the engine compartment, it's got this opening here to pull air from the stock location, which is inside the fender well. Now S&B has you remove the tray that was here, that the original factory airbox sat on. So if I keep the plug out, it's gonna pull air from down below here. If I keep the plug in, it's only gonna pull air from the fender. So I think for now, to start, I'm gonna leave this out and try it. I mean, it's winter time, it's gonna be cold air. In the summertime, I might want to put this plug back into the airbox. It is installed. Everything's tight, all put back together. This box is pretty nice, I gotta say. This is all I used for tools to put this thing in. It did take me about an hour. There was one short interruption when somebody stopped by. And I gotta say that these instructions are top notch. If you follow these instructions, it's easy. It's very easy to install. So far, my impressions, the quality of the S&B Intake kit is great. Everything fit perfect. Nothing was out of alignment or broken. It all went together very, very easy. And I'm impressed with the quality of this. I guess now I just gotta go for a ride and get some driving impressions. Now I will run the truck for a week or two to see if my fuel economy changes, and I'll let you guys know at that point what I think of it. But for now I'm gonna get washed up and we'll go for a ride. My first acceleration with the cold air intake installed. I didn't notice any increase in power responsiveness. Around 3,000 RPM, the engine does sound louder.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like louder. It kind of sounds more beefy.
Throaty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a deeper, more throaty tone to the engine around 3,000 RPM. If you're not accelerating hard, honestly, there's no difference.
Probably not going to notice.
No. So I got it up over 4,500 RPM intentionally because when I'm towing, if you remember the Fancy Gap video, we were running about 4,000 to 4,500 RPM. I just want to let the cruise control do its thing. So now we're over 4,000 RPM.
Picked it back up. We're up to 64 now.
Yep, 65. The engine is louder. It's not like bad though. It's not annoying.
Yeah, it's not like droney. It's not annoying. It's not crazy loud. It just has a different low end tone.
And right now we're at 65 miles per hour on 4-lane highway and it sounds stock.
Yeah, it does. It sounds no different right now.
It didn't seem like it pulled any harder getting up to speed. It just made noise.
Yep, which is kind of what you had expected.
So if that's what you're after, is more noise, then an intake kit is for you.
It's not bad noise though.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think it sounds good actually.
Yeah.
So after we do this little trip when I get home, I'm gonna reset my fuel economy and I'll drive for a week or two and we'll see where it's at. The verdict is in. It's been a week and we are sitting at 14.6 miles per gallon. So that's 535 miles with the new air intake installed, and I picked up 1.1 miles per gallon. I think that's pretty good, but if you do the math, because this air intake costs $300, it's going to take me, what, 2 years for it to pay for itself? And in 2 years, I'll probably be getting a new truck. The before and after fuel economy numbers that you saw was me running the same route. It's some 4-lane highway at 65 miles per hour, but probably 80% 2-lane at 55 miles per hour. I haven't done any towing with this intake and I really, really want to, but they keep salting the roads and treating the roads because it's winter and I don't want to get salt on the Airstream, so the Airstream's staying parked. If I wasn't afraid of that, I would just go pull it down the road to see how it does. So overall, I didn't see any power increase. We'll just call it 1 mile per gallon increase. The increase in noise, to me personally, I like it. But again, I haven't towed with it. It hasn't been like a drone or really loud. It gives the truck kind of a growl when you get into the throttle. Just normal driving, I don't notice any difference at all. So I guess ultimately, it's up to you whether or not you want to spend $300 for this. I don't think it's worth it. I do like the sound it makes. The increase in fuel economy is good, but for $300, you guys can leave in the comments your opinion on air intake kits. Is it worth it? Not worth it? Do you like it? Hate it? Just keep the stock set up? Let me know what you guys think, because $300 is a lot of money to increase 1 mile per gallon. Thanks for watching.